together. We can all just fall apart. We can live, we can love, yes, we can spark. We can give, we can hold, we can die together. The conversation, the separation, the overlooked $1,000,000 violations. The time to forget, to hit reset. That's how you're gonna forget about the presets. The whole
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Choose your command. You have chosen
the Face Off Hockey Show.
I mean, hockey is my life. I've got on hockey underwear right now.
The Face Off Hockey Show. What? With Scotty Waz. Sean O.
breakaway. Take 2
And the P-Boys, Johnny and Mark with the C.
Yeah, baby.
You believe it not? Oh, yes!
Here's your host for the Face Off Hockey Show, Scotty Waz.
Hi, you can hear me this week, can't you? That's great. It's fantastic. Also, it'd be fantastic if I turned on my internet so I can get the rundown. Welcome to Face Off Hockey Show. Back here in beautiful Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I am here, and Mark with the C is there, and Johnny P is there, and everyone is everywhere.
Yes.
C.
I figured out what was wrong with the board. Now it looks like the camera's all screwed up.
Well,
Wait, what was wrong with the board?
That was my fault.
The settings on the G Plus Hangout had changed. I fully blame Todd.
Yeah, you know what? I will blame Todd on this one because when he was doing his video cam check, it was green on the top and the bottom was regular, so I blame him completely. But I had changed the whatchamajigger to
the line in got changed to the channels 1 and 2.
Oops-a-daisy.
Oh well.
Instead of what you hear?
Yeah, instead of the full line in channel. So I'm in the 3-hole right now. I'm in the 3-hole already.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who's batting cleanup?
I don't know. I can put it in there too if you want me to.
Easy there, Tiger. Night's young. Pace yourself.
And also, just before we all get on our weeks and everything, I really have to change the camera. It's terrible looking this week. So I told Scotty I walked downstairs on Sunday, and my basement still smelt of bacon.
That's fantastic.
Yes. Yeah.
It really is a marvel of modern science how those mandals last. Have you tried the other ones at all, or has it just been straight up bacon?
I haven't actually lit them since you guys left. The basement had still smelled of bacon like 3 days later, and I'm not sure that I want the rest of the house to smell of Boy Band or Abercrombie for a week. So I'm not sure about lighting them upstairs yet.
What does that smell? It's Mantown. Pardon? Mantown.
Yeah.
Come again?
Welcome
Mantown.
to Mantown.
Look at Mantown, destination me. So Johnny, aside from bacon, how was your week?
It went well. I went for a bike ride.
I saw
Sunday.
what is it? The gyro.
Yeah.
Gyros are delicious 500, or not that kind of bike ride?
Yes. There was a lot of racing involved.
Well, you were going through
I
Glen Burnie.
watching NASCAR. I got through the Veterans Highway Route 3 intersection. Not too bad, actually. Rode up Veterans Highway, got to East-West, and took off. East-West has wide shoulders. They're like the shoulders of giants.
Wow.
So I had plenty of room to ride my bike until I hit the traffic circle, and then there was a truck that almost took me out. But hey.
What's a bike ride if not for some hazards along the way, correct?
Yeah, obviously.
I read that poem one time in high school.
It's not like somebody got hit by a truck or anything.
Did someone get hit by a truck?
No. I almost got hit by a truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying that someone got hit by a truck.
I did not. Not this time.
Okay.
Well,
good.
I'm sure someone did. It's just not
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Someone got hit by a truck.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
So Toby Keith taught us. But
Does that
how?
rule work for anything?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Can you be like, well, I'm sure somebody's getting pregnant right now.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh.
There's what? 87 billion people in the world?
So I was in a hospital today.
What?
I work for a hospital.
Well, okay, I was gonna say.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
So I was working in a hospital today, and all of a sudden, over the loudspeakers throughout the entire hospital, this lullaby comes on.
Dr. Rosen.
Everything's
Dr.
gonna
Rosenpenis.
be alright.
Yeah,
Dr.
so lullaby comes on.
Sean Mullins,
was like-
underrated.
It was like the one lullaby that always comes on with every mobile, like Alabama. And so it comes on over like the loudspeakers everywhere, and we're like, oh sweet, nap time. And they're like, no, baby was born. And I'm like, that plays every time a child gets born in the hospital. Like, that would become extremely annoying to me.
That
Babies
would.
are already annoying.
I know. They cry, like, first thing that it comes out, they cry.
This is
And then
true.
you're going to play this music all over the place?
They're the worst.
We could not confirm nor deny, though, if another one bites the dust happens when somebody dies in the hospital. So they didn't hear it. They didn't hear it at all throughout the day. So we're assuming no one died in the hospital today.
Or the Undertaker theme song just comes on.
Which
That's
one?
another option. The one where it's
American Badass?
that'd be great if it's just Kid Rock. Kid Rock plays and that's how you die.
Wouldn't that be Owen Hart's theme instead? Too soon.
Ooh.
Maybe too soon.
No, his would be Free Fallin'.
It's a great Tom Petty hit.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of free falling, I've heard
Yes.
that Vince McMahon lost $350 million or $750 million recently.
350.
It was a lot of million.
The stock of the WWE has gone down. The stock is down.
Yeah, he lost 300 million, which took him out of the Billionaires Club, which he
Oh.
just got in recently.
God, that sucks. I hate being right on that line when you can lose $300 million and get knocked out of the Billionaires Club.
Yeah. I know it happened to me last week too.
It sucks. It was a terrible week for people.
Yeah. But then I
Nice.
went back to Atlantic City on Monday and I got it all back.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're a billionaire again?
I'm a billionaire again.
Woohoo!
Memorial Day was good to you. In memory to everyone else's money in your pocket. Don't know what that means.
I
My
remembered.
pants.
I remember. So the gyro. Did you get a gyro afterwards?
I could not find a Greek place.
How? That's amazing.
One Bernie. Can you imagine that?
Amazing.
Yeah.
You know what? You could have gone to Frank's Den, and I'm pretty sure they would have found some way to get a gyro to you. They have
They would've-
everything else there.
They would have made one at the delicatessen that's across the street.
Exactly. And then across the street, right next door,
That's attached to it, sorry.
the attached to,
Delicatessen / liquor store.
which is the best. The best thing ever.
Attached
Like-
to Frank's Den.
Johnny and I went there after Wednesday night, and it was still as fantastic as we remembered it.
Yeah,
The,
my head
what did you
wasn't
get?
even on my shoulders.
We
What
got
did you
what we
guys
got? $2 Natty Bows.
$2 Natty Bows during the game. 16-ounce Bows, $2.
Wow.
That's like 25% of what you pay in the stadium for the same bow.
Trust me, it was because I paid $8 a can when I went there on Thursday. I'm just like, well, this is kind of highway robbery.
75% off the top. Boom.
Boom, but hey, you know what? They had a happy hour there, and drafts were only $7. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll take a draft for a bit. Let's do this, I guess.
You mean at the game
Huh?
at Orioles Park?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good times. One thing.
I've
Talk
also
about
been commissioned to take engagement pictures
Look at you go.
over the next couple of weeks for my cousin.
How did you know it was a Jew? Oh, it's not.
No.
Look at you go.
A Jew
Nope.
here?
I don't know. It was a toss-up, either Jew or Italian. I was kind of 50-50 on it.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to take pictures at Camden Yards. That was how I tied things together.
Nice.
Yeah, that was an awful
you-
segue, but I got the job done.
You got to hook up at Camden Yards if you can't get in.
Well, he's the guy.
Oh,
My
okay,
cousin's
well,
the guy that knows the hookup.
Oh, that makes it even better.
Yeah, he sends me a text and he's like asking me about taking pictures and whatnot. And I was like, well, if there's an Oriole game, we could do it at Camden Yards too, get some pictures there. And he's like, all right, I'll ask Neil for tickets.
Nice.
And there he is.
Boom.
And that's the story of
And
Hanukkah.
that's the story of engagement photos, ladies and gentlemen.
Engagement photos, people.
Nice, I like it.
Call me for your engagement photos.
It's 1-877-913-9739.
Yes. And what I'll do is I'll just take pictures and send them to you.
Yeah, you'll uncommission them.
Yeah. You'll never know I was there. I was just taking pictures of your engagement.
Johnny just goes up to people, hands them a business card, and said, "You're welcome," and then walks away.
Just any two people that I find walking together, I'll take pictures of. And
Oh,
we'll call them engagement pictures.
or Frank's Den, any 3 people.
Oh.
Oh, yeah? Is it
yeah.
story time?
Do you
I
want to do
don't
it?
know. I don't. I tried not to look.
All
at
right.
anything going on.
It was
I just looked
fantastic.
at camera.
What was it? We were just sitting there at our usual spot, right near the door, and all that jazz, and looking at the steel sign of the NFL from 1997, I think it was. And we were there, and this dude was just hanging out there, and these I guess one of them was his chick, and another one was another person that they knew.
I'm guessing hanging out there wasn't the right way to say that. Oh god,
Well,
now I've got like a strobe.
Oh my god, freaking rave party at
Jesus.
Johnny's place. If you have epileptic seizures, don't look at Johnny's camera when he comes on air. That is really trippy. But anyway, so dude's there. He's sitting there. He's got two. Now, mind you, all of them are like mid to late 40s, and they're just hanging off each other. And I'm like, wow, this is like GuyCast 302.
And they were twos.
Yeah, it was real. Yeah, they were Glen Burnie twos.
Ooh.
That makes it like a 0.5 for everyone else, and a -3 in good-looking areas. So yeah, that was interesting. And then as we and Johnny were exiting, so were they, and they were following each other car by car to wherever they were going off of Quarterfield Road. So God bless him if that dude nailed it. Good for him, I guess. I don't know. When he wakes up and sobers up, I don't know if he'll feel the same way, but hey, we all have those nights, right? But that was another fantastic Frank's Den episode, and also I got a nice little shot of that sphere thing that I have on my camera phone. Fantastic option. Not gonna lie to you, it's a fantastic.
What? Oh, this spherical picture where you take it like this and you go around like that. You got a good view.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only problem is that when I move, and my head is detached from my shoulders.
That's fine.
You could have told him not to move.
Yeah, well, you know.
I thought it was funny. It looks like, because I have my hand up, it looks like I pushed my head right off my shoulders.
It's pretty hilarious.
That is pretty good.
But yeah, no, I got a nice shot of Camden Yards that way too. It was pretty cool, so I was happy with that. So, Johnny, it sounds like a good week, John. You had a bike ride, you had a gyro, you had a awkward threesome at a bar.
Yeah.
Not you, but you saw one.
I saw some awkwardness. I literally went 3 days without wearing pants in my house this weekend. I didn't leave my house at all,
Not a bad thing.
except for Monday for the bike ride. And I live by myself, so why not? Why do I need pants?
And let's be honest, when you bike ride, you wear things that are barely pants. So.
Yeah, Lycra.
All right. Anything else this week? Anything else this week, sir?
No. I think I'm good. I don't know how. I don't know how I survived this past week.
Well, there you go. Hey, you made it by, brother.
Yes.
Mark, your week.
Live to tell about it.
Pretty good week. Nothing too crazy after I went to John's place on Wednesday. Pretty normal rest of the week until the weekend where I didn't really do anything. I went to the Orioles game on Saturday. They got beat 9-0.
9
which
runs.
was fantastic. I ordered this new shirt.
Ooh.
I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, we can see it.
But bam! That's the new Italy. As you can see, there are 4 stars, meaning we've won 4 championships.
Like Patton.
Yeah. And yes, I don't know. I think he was 5 stars. I don't think after this year.
I was thinking Chad Patton, the pitcher for the Orioles.
Nice. Did they beat Britain?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Zach Britton that day?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, by 4 strikeouts. 4
Yes.
stars. Boom.
And I guess that's really about it. Monday went to the pool, saw the new X-Men movie. Pretty good.
Ooh.
Pretty good. That's about all I got.
How is Jennifer Lawrence?
She was in Lycra this time instead of
Ooh.
just body paint. So,
That's
but things were still bouncing around. It was good.
Oh, okay, good.
All right then.
Alrighty then.
All right then. Wednesday, Frank's Den for me. That was a highlight. Thursday went to Demo's game. First time in the yard for a while. They really built up the yard really nicely. It's like a food smorgasbord. So if the game gets boring, you can just go test out the foods that are around there.
Did you,
What'd you go
did
with?
you go to the hot dog mac and cheese crab cake?
Did not go
Or
to that.
crab meat.
I didn't I didn't get a food guide on where everything was located either. So I was kind of ticked off of that, but whatever. Went with
Normally go crab cake at the yard.
Went with the Old Bay Roma sausage with
Ooh.
peppers. That was a nice choice. Also did the Oreo pretzel, as I am to do, and funnel cake. Funnel
Wow.
cake was a solid choice.
That is an eventful evening, my friend.
Lot of Natty Bows consumed as well. Also some the Heavy Seas. It's pretty nice. 13 innings too, so we got our money's worth for that damn game.
Did you try the Old Bay beer while you were there?
I tried the Old Bay beer the day before.
Yeah,
I
we
was
had this
out-
conversation last week.
Yeah, when I was out with Jeopardy.
Ah,
On tap, we went to Frisco's Tap House in Columbia, and yeah, it was all right. It's not too shabby. Not something I would probably drink on the regular, obviously, but it was a good gimmick to try. I'm not gonna lie. I like the burger. If we're doing Maryland beers, I like the burger cookie gimmick better than the Old Bay gimmick. But I'm a dessert beer kind of guy.
who isn't?
Exactly. Friday went home and got stuck in Toronto for an extra hour because the flight was delayed. So I didn't get home to my house until almost 3 a.m. Mountain Time. So just like, holy shit, this stinks. Luckily, I was able to sleep.
You
on
must
the
have been lonely at 3 a.m.
I was, man. It was crazy. I was sitting out, by a used car dealership on the curb, like kind of mascara running down my face. It was really weird. I felt like Rob Thomas, but I felt like fat Rob Thomas. I also bowled Friday during the day too, so that
You
was.
son of a
I'm
bitch.
just saying, at one of the lanes too. I went to Severna Park, so angling out those lanes, and also I learned something from my mother that the last lanes that we go to in Linthicum, duck pin only.
Uh-oh.
Duck pin only.
Oh, wow.
So that is one of our 4 duck pin lanes.
It's
If we
going
can
to be
find
a good
4.
way to end everything off, then.
Yeah, I know of 2 duck pin lanes. It's Severna Park and the Linthicum one. So now we just have to find 2 more to make that 5-4 split. So it should be good. Should be a good time had by all. What happened? Saturday, readjusted, trying to figure out what the hell is going on with everything. I still don't know if it's Wednesday. I'm assuming so since I'm doing the show. And then, yeah.
Well, we only do the show when you send us rundowns. So
Well,
if you sent us a rundown on the wrong day, we're doing the show on the wrong day.
If you say it's Wednesday, it's Wednesday.
I mean, let's be honest here.
yeah, it's just like, it must be that time again.
It's like, oh, I got a rundown. I guess we're doing the show tonight.
Oh, that's the truly fun part of the whole thing. But yeah, no, it's been odd because I'm still not really readjusted to Mountain Time yet, and it's really throwing me off. Also, not adjusted to doing work. That week off kind of, didn't help. I'm like, oh, work, f this thing. I don't need that. So I'm playing my retirement game, which is called the Lottery. So we'll hope we'll hit that this week, and then I don't have to work, and then I can move back home. And that's the story of Jesus. And then, yeah, now it's just all planning until the draft in, a month. 1 month
behind.
away. Holy Dinah, kids. Holy Dinah, Philadelphia. It will never be the same. Probably because of what we're going to do to it and what's going to happen. I'm
We're
assuming.
gonna paint the town red.
Yes, we're going to rock the red, if you will.
Nice.
Just to piss off all those orange bastards. So, there you go.
Well, I mean, everybody that goes to Flyers playoff game gets T-shirts, so they should be able to rock those orange T-shirts that they get.
I never understand. Did they just put out just a bunch of extra large T-shirts and hope that people fit into it?
They have to all be the same size.
Or
Right.
obviously.
Or does somebody like pick up one on the end and be like, "Woohoo! I got a large."
Philadelphia, it's at least 2X as a starter. Because of cheesesteaks. So that's the reason there.
All cheesesteaks all the time.
I don't know, Mark. Did they give out T-shirts at Caps playoffs games?
Not anymore. It's been years since I got a free T-shirt at a game. At playoff games, obviously at least last year, they handed out, I think, thunder sticks, which are the most annoying things on earth. And I want to say that they gave a bunch of towels away.
Oh, like the rally towel crap?
Yeah. So they're cheap as all hell.
The only rally towel that I got was at a draft. I want to say it was
The one that's hanging on the wall.
No. Well, that's one of them. I actually got two then. So I got that one, and I think I got one from Minnesota that I use as my bowling towel now. So.
I love how Scotty's just like rubbing it in. He's like, "Yeah, so I went bowling. I have a bowling towel."
I'm just bowling, and I still can't. I'm still no good. That's the fun part. I go
It's
all
like
these
bowling.
and I'm just awful. But I still look at the rental prices on shoes, and I'm like, man, even if I just use it for this whole thing, I still made my money back on these shoes just on rental fees alone.
Oh yeah, easily.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like $3 a game, but rental shoes will cost you $47. What? How does that math work out there, AMF?
Was that like slang for something?
That's actually the company name.
Oh, okay.
AMF. Suck it, AMF.
Suck it, AMF. Eat my ball.
Ooh, the Dexter Ricky 3 bowling shoes.
That's what I got, son. Black
Yeah.
and red. Yeah. They're nice. They're
I didn't get them then.
They're comfy as hell.
Ooh, these have flames on the side.
Uh-oh. Frickin' Mark's gonna stray cat it up.
The Etonic Red Flame bowling shoes.
They're perfect.
This is gonna be awesome.
This is gonna
Ooh,
be
the new Dexter Fred men's bowling shoes, white, gray, and blue. They're $40.
The popular thing apparently in bowling fashion is now white shoes. That's a sign of being a gentleman.
Ooh, there's white Velcro closed bowling shoes. I
Boom.
might need to get
There
those.
it is. That's it.
I think we
Brown
found
white
the
for
winner.
$30.
Oh, we found Mark's shoes.
$30?
Yep,
Wow.
brand new $30.
Oh, even better.
You can wear that with the Italian shirt.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Boom.
They also have 8.5 brushed leather suede,
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
blue and red.
Is that
Let's see. I'm going bowling boo shop. Bowling boo.
Bowling boot shopping,
I'm
hon.
going bowling shoe shopping on this on this show.
What website are you on?
eBay.
Oh.
What is there a real bowling shoe website?
Amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
I went to Amazon.
There's Amazon. There's bowlersparadise.com. There's bowlingball.com, which has
Living
bowling
in a
balls.
bowler's paradise.
There's also the company websites you can go to and get them. Your local bowling center.
Local bowling center.
The funny thing is, like, if you go to any bowling alleys, they have these things where, like, if you sign up for, like, do 12 weeks of league bowling, you get a free ball. Like, that's actually a pretty good deal. And then I went into Dick's Sporting Goods, I think it was Wednesday before I showed up to the show, just to kill time. And they actually have bowling balls there that they sell and drill for you, and they have a little cutout ball that you can put your fingers into and get the sizing right.
Yeah, they do.
I'm like, wow, I've missed my calling in leaving Maryland.
Yeah. I've been
If I'm-
bowling most of my life, living.
If I'm gonna
in
get on a
bowler's
PBA tour, I ain't gonna do it in
paradise.
Calgary. That's for darn sure.
Well, I feel like the regionals you could get through a lot easier though.
That's true.
Do they
Yeah.
have like a? Is there like a U.S. Open Cup of bowling? Like anybody can like join
There's-
and
There's probably a
win the
Canadian
tournament
Open.
and keep going up. Yeah,
I
that's
think
what I
so.
mean. Like, well,
I
I mean,
can-
obviously the Canadian Open.
I can Munson this thing if I need to. Like honestly, we can. Also, fun fact. Speaking of bowling movies, I saw a crappy bowling movie on Target, like for $3. It was called Strike. I don't know who was in it. It looked fantastic.
So you
Actually,
got it.
I think no, I didn't. I should have. Actually, I think Tara Reid is in it.
Oh, then it has to be good.
It's actually also has the lost episodes of Paradise.
Those were awful. Ooh, I
Uh,
like those.
What happened to Tara Reid? Let's see them.
oh, by the way, the original name of the film was called 710 Split in Japan.
Oh, so there was a porn.
It was renamed Strike for the U.S. DVD release.
Because
All
no
right.
one would pick up a 710 split.
No.
Oh,
it was-
there it is.
What'd
Oh,
you
but
do?
they have rental all the way down the side. Never mind. I'm not getting ones that actually say rental on them.
Yeah, because they'll be like,
it looks like you stole them.
That's dumb.
Pull them, I stole them.
The Adidas Jeremy Scott SLM
Time.
bowling shoe.
time out. I want to
They
take
have
time.
Adidas bowling shoes?
Yeah, they do.
Here we go.
Johnny, I want to take time to appreciate the bowling like you stole them joke. That was fantastic.
That is good.
I like that a
didn't hear
lot.
that.
Thank you. Thanks.
I appreciate that, and that should be on the back of a bumper sticker.
Do you
It's
want
too
me
late
to put it on the
too-
back of their shirt?
Too late to be on the shirt.
In
Put it-
quotation marks, I'll just like, I'll put it right underneath the logo. It says "Bowl 'em like you stole them."
Perfect. That's a Stan thing. That he would say something like that. Perfect.
That's fantastic.
I like it.
Oh, Mark, are you good with the shirt price?
Yes. I didn't even see it, but yes.
And
Money is no
what,
object for the billionaire.
what size do you need?
Medium. Here we go. I don't know
Oh,
if you
those
guys
are
see that.
dope.
Look at that. See that? Look at that. Right there.
Those are nice.
You got the breathing holes. Right there in the back, it shows the size.
Now, is this an actual bowling shoe or just a bowling shoe design?
It appears as though it is a bowling shoe.
What is the
It
bottom?
is Jeremy Scott SLM Bowling.
Yeah. What's the sole look like?
Bowling inspired. I guess it's not real.
So that's
You
just a
can't-
fashion.
You can't show us the sole?
Well,
No, there's no sole shot.
Oh.
Ooh, I do like this. The
That's
Puma
what happens.
men's
Not as
Rendon
smooth.
Move. You think this is a bowling shoe?
we'll have to see.
That does not look like a bowling shoe
That-
to me.
Looks badass, though.
Yeah, it does look really badass.
Like, I kind of want a pair of those
No,
now.
not a bowling shoe. Look at that.
No. Wow. Yeah.
It's got tread on it, folks.
Yeah,
I like those a lot.
I like them a lot.
We've gone straight to shoes, the shoe
fa-
hour.
The face-off bowling shoe.
We're like QVC right now.
Cause see, Mark, if you look at the Dexter 3 Ricky that I've got here, which is my shoe of choice,
Mm-hmm.
you got to go with the flat bottom Mya, with the stride right,
Ooh, the slide right.
slide right.
Oh. That's
All of them.
interesting. My shoes have felt bottoms to them.
Yeah, this is a felt front, and then non-mark rubber on the bottom here.
I like mine marked.
Ah, you.
I
That
know.
means Mark can't get those shoes.
Hee hee.
Yeah, my sole just has a rubber heel and the whole bottom is felt.
Nice.
I really want to go Velcro, guys. I'm not
Go
not
Velcro,
gonna
bro.
lie.
Make it
Go
happen.
Velcro. Mark, trust us, we would actually appreciate you more if you did. Because that's
Although-
an ingenious idea.
This little guy right here. Look at that little guy.
Wow, that is LA Gear-like, man.
Mm-hmm.
Does it light up on the heel? Because if it doesn't, it should.
That'd be great. It does not, though.
Dude. eBay's got a lot of bowling shoes.
eBay has a lot of bowling
Let me
shoes.
just throw that. I'm just gonna throw that out there to the masses.
Oh. The
Oh!
Storm. The men's Storm.
Oh!
Look at
That might be a winner.
It's like from 1996.
Dude, that you know what that reminds me of Cedric Ceballos, like with the Phoenix Sun colors and everything. Damn Marley.
Look at these vintage Brunswick bowling shoes.
Oh,
Right there.
That's pretty
That's
nice.
classy right there.
that is. You know what? Those almost look like Johnny's draft shoes. The white shoes that he wears.
Look at that. Well used.
Oh, very well
Clearly
used.
a lefty. Or a righty leading with the left foot.
Yeah, because that's gonna be your slide foot. Is your left foot.
Good stuff.
See,
Johnny, what's
these are mine.
Oh, those are nice.
They have, I don't even know what they're called. You see the bottom, whole sole. This is rubber, and then all felt. It's like a pool table down there.
For the people on the YouTubes, they don't know or on the iTunes, they don't know what's going on, but that sounds great.
And I have, I got a set of insoles too with them.
Nice. Maybe I should have got the insoles. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, this was the bowling show.
Yeah, the
Brought to you by the 11th Frame.
yeah. Oh God, I'm gonna do a bowling podcast now.
Just call it Bowl 'em like you stole 'em and talk about bowling for an hour. You could do it after the farm report.
Exactly. I'm just gonna have what we'd like to call fringe podcast and hope that it pays off.
That would be awesome. The Face Off Hockey Show has like tangent shows now.
That used to be just the Face Off Hockey Show.
It's like Scotty's doing CSI Los Angeles also and CSI New York.
It's all spin-off shows, my friends. Oh God. Yeah.
I like this idea.
This is great. I like it. We can put the 19th hole on there.
Yeah.
Fourth
obviously.
period. It's all kind. We got it all going. The 10th inning.
What?
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 Is that a bowling shoe? Oh, I love the side tie. I don't think it's bowling shoes though.
Nah, those are Korea shoes. I don't know what that is.
Neither do I.
And they come with socks. That's you know what? That's quite a deal actually. If you're getting shoes with socks for only $27, that's not bad.
What? These aren't bowling shoes. I'm angry now.
Arr.
Why don't you? Did you search for Velcro bowling shoes?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for Velcro to pop up.
That's life goal, my friend.
Yeah, doesn't it make noise? Or is it that noiseless Velcro?
Is there such a thing?
There was in Garden State.
Oh, okay. I've never seen that movie.
That was how
There
the guy
we
got
go.
rich.
That's the stuff I'm talking about, right there. There we go.
Wow.
Look at that. The pure white
Wow.
Those
Dexters
are
with
bowling shoes.
with the Velcro. You don't think they're bowling shoes?
No, they are.
They're made by Dexter,
Yeah. That's
the serial killer.
Dude,
Oh.
that's
Experience
You know what?
Stellar, new condition. $10
that,
shipping though.
yeah, that's rough. But that you know what? That yells
Yeah,
to
but
me.
that's still $40. I mean, think about it. We're bowling at 9 bowling alleys. They're probably $4 a bowling alley to rent shoes.
So they would pay for themselves. And it's not like your shoe size is going to get any bigger
Ever.
ever. You're done growing.
$42.99 on the Bowler's Paradise site.
You've been spending most of your life looking on a Bowler's Paradise. Add to cart. Oh, he's adding it to cart.
Boom. Let's look at it in the cart.
So you don't want to spend money on. So what's shipping in Bowler's Paradise?
See, that's what I'm trying to figure out here.
You don't want to buy them for $40 on eBay, but you want to buy them for $42 plus shipping on Bowler's Paradise.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see about that.
I trust Bowler's Paradise, you know.
And those are new too, so it's not like they're used either. You don't have to actually go up to the thing and use the spray like they do. And
The ones on
bowling alleys.
eBay were used too. I mean, they were new too.
Were they? Or they? I thought Mark said they were like new.
Oh, this is clearly more expensive shipping. flat rate, $9.95, back to eBay.
Get
Here's the
out
problem with eBay though. It's not buy it now. I'd have to bid on it.
Oh.
There's a full day left.
Are there a lot of
Oh.
people bidding on bowling shoes right now?
On white Velcro bowling shoes? How many bids are on it
There
right
are 0 bids on these.
I mean,
Okay,
that
well-
screams out like 80s hooker.
Dude, that right there is saying, you know what? I don't care where we're bowling or how we're bowling. I'm going to beat all of you. That's what that
Hold
shows.
on, what did you say?
I'm
Exactly.
gonna beat off.
beat all
That's
of
what he
you.
said.
What?
See, there's these, not nearly as cool because there's not Velcro.
No,
No.
dude, you got to go Velcro.
Those look like old man shoes.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got to go Velcro. Because yeah, what you are when you say with the laces, that's saying, you know what? I'm gonna bowl 10 frames, but then I'm gonna go power walk around the mall. Can't do that.
Yeah, no. I'm doing it. I'm gonna
Here's
place
another,
a bid.
here's another question too. Can we go to Arundel Mills and go to the bowling town and then put on our bowling shoes and just slide on the hardwood floor for a while?
I say we do that because we can talk to the people at Wet Seal and like the dollar store that's across the street. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine in doing so. They won't kick us out of the mall.
There's a bowling town?
There's a bowling neighborhood, yeah.
Alright, I'm putting my max bid at $30, guys.
Wow.
Oh, I have to bid at least $30.95? Alright, then
Oh,
$30.95 is my max bid.
What?
What the hell?
Why would you have to do that?
I don't know. It won't let me raise the bid by 5 cents.
But no one else has bidded.
No one else has bidded.
No, it asks you what you want to bid, and I bid $29.95, and then it asks you what you want your max bid to be, in case somebody else tries to swoop in. Like,
You didn't put
auto raise your
$29.95?
maximum bid.
Yeah, so you bid an extra $1. I see.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like The Price is Right.
I know.
So
So that's awesome. So you'll have a white pair of Velcro shoes. I'm
F
sure
yeah.
Stan will have nothing to say about that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Is he meeting us on this trip?
I hope to God he is. I'm gonna tell him, listen, Stan, just meet us at Bowl America. And he'll be like, I don't care. I'm not gonna go to work.
Do they make bowling pants?
I'm sure they do.
I kind of want to get a pair of like their Norwegian curling pants to wear
That you know what? That'd be amazing.
with
I
the
should get
bowling
the men's
shoes.
Kuvi sports compression wear. Under
You're
base
gonna-
layer
You're
athletic
gonna wear
top.
compression? Oh, jeez.
Well, and compression bottoms.
Here you go, Mark. The bowling universe at Arundel Mills.
Ooh, look at that.
You got the bowling pin up here. You got yourself the arrows, and you have yourself the lanes down this
I
side.
remember that. I remember that.
Perfect. Right in front of the Wet Seal. We can bug out all the teenagers. It's great. That's one of the sphere views, and also here's the sphere view of Camden Yards that I took. Fancy. It's like a fisheye lens.
Oh.
It's fancy. Love it. Like it. I love it. I want some more of it. And that's the fisheye view, the spherical view.
So I guess there's no such thing as bowling pants.
There
I think we should get on that. We could totally create bowling pants and sell them on eBay.
What if we found like black tuxedo pants that had red stripes down the side?
I found my work. I found my bowling pants.
Found my bowler pants.
Okay.
Right there.
It's quite the. Oh yes.
With the white shoes.
Yes. You know what? No,
These actually cost more than the shoes.
of course they do.
Because freedom
You
isn't
don't-
free, Scott.
I understand this. Here's the thing. I think we all buy Zubaz and hope for the best. Keep the wrestlers in business. I don't like that you're looking at compression shorts. It makes me uncomfortable.
Zubaz.
There it is.
Nice.
God Almighty.
Do they have white camo Zubaz that you can wear with? Oh, you should get like the like snow leopard skin Zubaz, and you could wear those with your white Velcro shoes
This is ridiculous.
and the bowling shirt.
I had a Zubaz.
Hold on, were there Zubaz shorts?
Yes.
Yeah, they were,
I had.
yep.
Fun fact: I had a pair of Zubaz shorts, and I also had two Zubaz hats when I was growing up.
I did not know they made those.
I did not know Zubaz was still in business.
Oh yeah. Why wouldn't they be? They made a comeback recently.
Next looked up Hypercolor.
Ooh, body glove.
Oh nah, surf style, bruh. Stan still has a surf style jacket. Of course he does.
All right, I'm
right.
done here.
All right, well, going out in
You've spent enough
style.
money for tonight.
We've had enough bowling money for the night. Man, we broke up that conversation, much like all the broken jaws that are happening in the hockey. Starting with Derek Stefan, he got a broken jaw during Game 3 or Game 4, no, Game 3, and then he came back Game 5. So I guess he's okay. Eric Hala, if you hear me, had a broken jaw at the World Championships. He's out 3 to 4 weeks for his recovery. No surgery needed on him.
Oh.
One more injury report. Prospect Jake Vertan is got shoulder surgery. He's out 4 to 6 months, which is going to hurt his draft stock in a big way because he won't be available pretty much for most of the year if they wanted to bring him up. Odds are he
get knocked out of the Billionaires Club too.
Exactly. So odds are he won't be drafted high, and he probably wouldn't have been playing in the first part of the season anyway. So. No harm, no foul there. Brandon Prust, however, he was the guy who broke Derek Stefan's jaw, and then he got suspended 2 games for that hit. So he is actually coming back for Game 6. I
read that he felt bad about it.
Felt bad, texted him, said, might be. Might be. Dan Carson.
Good thing he was nice enough not to call him.
Well, that's, texting
that would have been shit if he would have had to talk into a phone with a broken jaw.
I can't believe you did that! How did you do that? I don't know!
Then he starts rapping through the wire.
Be great. Marries a Kardashian. Anyway. Dan Carcillo got suspended 10 games for putting his hands all over a ref.
Yeah, I saw that. He was abusing people.
He's appealing that suspension. So, good luck to him on that. I haven't heard anything one way or another, so he's allowed to play. Not like he's going to make a difference in that series. John Moore suspended 2 games for his hit last night in Game 5 against Dale Weiss, and that means John Moore is out for the rest of this series for sure. Possibly a game in the Stanley Cup Finals, should the Rangers get there. The Washington Capitals entered a new era as they welcomed in Brian McLennan as the new GM and Barry Trotz as the new head coach. So GMBM is now the worst name in sports.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
That is. Well, let's see how good he does. It might be.
Sounds like a shitty nickname.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible. It's right down the crapper. But the funny thing is that Ted Leonsis apparently they weren't going to give him the job, but Ted Leonsis liked his moxie because he came in and asked and told McLennan told Ted Leonsis how to be a better owner. So I guess that's a good thing.
Did he just walk in with like a player bag full of AOL discs and be like, Ted, this isn't going to work anymore?
Ted, we're past this. We're in Web 2.0 now. So there's that. He looks like Wilhelm from Seinfeld. He's acting like Costanza. I think this is going to be hilarious either way for Brian McLennan's tenure as a GM for the Washington Capitals.
We did actually go over the meeting. We were privy to what happened in that meeting. We went over it 2 weeks ago, I think.
We really did.
Yeah. I remember that conversation, actually.
When we both turned into Ted Leonsis.
Yes.
At some point, it just became Ted versus Ted.
Is it always, though?
Yeah, it's true. Also, the Caps continuing the tradition of bringing back former people in the organization, as Barry Trotz used to be the coach of the Baltimore Skipjacks and Portland Pirates when they were a part of the Capitals affiliation. So, always bringing back the old people. Go Caps, go.
This is a new era, just like the hat says.
Exactly, with a flag and everything. If you keep the sticker on, I'm going to punch you in the throat. Todd Richards signed a new 2-year extension with the Columbus Blue Jackets after propelling Columbus into their first 2 playoff wins in franchise history, and only their second playoff appearance in franchise history, so good for them. Larry Robinson re-signed with the San Jose Sharks and added the player development role in his title, which could be a nice sign of saying, hey, Todd McLennan, let's get your shit together there, kid. Other fun news, Gary Bettman spoke about Seattle. and expansion and other things. Now
Did
he
he talk
talked about
Starbucks.
he did, and he said it's overrated. He said he likes Seattle's best coffee, and then laughed and said that's a lie. I have my own Colombian here to brew my own coffee. I don't know what that means. We'll go with it anyway. Gary Bettman spoke with Pierre LeBrun of TSN and said that a new Seattle needs to be imminent for a new arena for Seattle. There it is. Will need to be imminent for the NHL to even think about stepping foot into Seattle because of the fact that Key Arena is such a hole. He also said
a hole.
literally, it's pretty much should be just a sinkhole. Expansion not part of the plans right now, so there's that. And also said that there will be more than one but less than 6 outdoor games next year.
I'll take the under.
Yeah. I will set it at 3. I will set it at 3.5 outdoor games next year.
No, he said less than 3.
No, I said less than 6.
He said more than 1, less than 6.
Oh.
So we're setting the over/under at 3.5, kids.
Over.
Mark?
Under. I'm still
Mark's
under.
going the under. Wow.
Yeah.
Technically, DC, this might go with a push.
So you're saying there's going to be 3 outdoor games and a half?
Well, I mean, the ice might be that bad in DC.
Here's the problem. It'll still be better than Verizon Center. I am going to go with the over, but barely. It's going to be DC. It's going to be Denver. It's going to be Dallas. And I'll go ahead and throw... where's another team that's up there?
I think Dallas and Minnesota should play home and homes.
You know what? You know what? We'll go with Minnesota. I like that. Home and home, or if Minnesota not available, Columbus. They played at the Big O, and no one will care.
At the
Ohio State University. J.S. Jaguar set to retire, as we all kind of figured he did 2 years ago, which so I'm just like, surprised he was still there. Then I realized he took a victory lap with Teemu Selanne at that last game, and then it all made sense then. TSN.
Did he really?
Yeah, during the last regular season game, it was the Avalanche and the Ducks.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, Selanne brought J.S. Jaguar out on the ice, and they did a victory lap in front of the Anaheim crowd.
Wow.
It's quite special. Paul Correa, nowhere to be found.
He's doing commentary somewhere in at a prep school in Minnesota.
Yeah, it's true. Really weird. He just shows up there. Paul, we've told you many times just to leave. I don't know why you're still coming to Eden Hall Academy. It's not even a real academy. You see, this is a facade. I can just push this over. It's done. It's terrible. It's terrible what we're doing to these kids. We're just stealing their money. They're not even going to classes. Put them to work at McDonald's. TSN. They broadcasted their last national coverage game for at least the next 12 years. They still have local rights to Winnipeg, Ottawa, Montreal, and half of Toronto's games, but they will not be the worldwide leader or the Canadian-wide leader in national hockey coverage. That belongs to Rogers now, who has the deal for 12 years at $5.2 billion. However, Rogers did sign its first sponsor, and Scotiabank has decided to sign on for a 6-year deal to start off with, so half the term. Scotiabank said that they're going to have a nice second screen experience for the fans, including new ways to get stats and new stats and tracking and all that other fun stuff, as well as new TV shows for Wednesday and Sunday night coverage on the Rogers platforms, whether it be Sportsnet channel or whether it'll be City TV, which is a over-the-air broadcaster. So Scotiabank all up owns the Rogers network now.
You guys still have over-the-air signals up there?
No, we switched to DTV not too long ago. I think maybe 2 years ago. But it's over the air in terms of you just need to have that converter from analog to digital, and you're fine. So you don't need cable to have it. And 2 championships. Russia won the World Championship, a.k.a. the Mario Tennis Medal. and the Edmonton Oil Kings won the Memorial Cup in junior hockey news. So there's that.
It's a me, Mario.
It's a me, a Mario. And did you guys see the pictures that Ovechkin and Malkin took with Vladimir Putin after the win?
I did see one of the Malkin ones. It was pretty funny.
Where he's just pointing to Putin like, hey, look at this guy.
Yeah, and Putin's like a full head shorter than Malkin.
Yeah.
Like he comes up to like his shoulder.
And then Ovi flashed the peace sign. So there's that. Also, after the game, Vladimir Putin, in attendance for the championship game, went to the Russian locker room and drank out of the Mario Kart Cup. So there's that.
Wow.
Good for Vlad Putin, who apparently is taking the dick out of the dictatorship in Russia.
He was like, "Thank God you guys finally won something."
Thank God you won when it doesn't matter. You guys beat Kazakhstan. Congratulations. You beat Canada, who had James Reimer and Ben Scrivens in it. Good job. Good work. Good effort. Hate all of you. But hey, it's a win for Russian hockey, I guess.
It was a huge win for Russian hockey. They love it. The Europeans love the World Championships.
After that damn tank job they did in the Olympics, might as well. Might as well try to save face on the world scale somehow. Speaking of save face, there's a bowler named Miku Koivuniemi. I'm thinking to myself, that can't be a real name. Oddly enough, it is. So I think that ties into hockey somehow.
Miku Koivuniemi?
Mika Koivuniemi.
Oh, I was like, wow, is he really good at face-offs and saving pucks?
Exactly. Not only can he win the draw to bowl first, he can also save himself from a 7-10 split.
Yeah. How do you choose who gets to bowl first?
I think it's rock, paper, scissors.
That's going to take longer than actual bowling to begin with.
I just say we draw names out of a hat. We're going to 9 bowling alleys, 10 if we count Rundle Mills. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure we can all start first at one time and then rotate through 3 times. That's how it all works out.
It's smart.
So there you go.
There are only 3 of us.
Yes. As of now, we'll see how it goes. If anybody else shows up, then would really screw us up. So yeah, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of Stanley Cup playoff time, conference finals. They put out the Stanley Cup schedule. The first game will be next Wednesday, June the 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Boy, howdy. Get your popcorn ready because it could be an LA-New York finals, which NBC is just stroking it hard that New York and LA doesn't screw this whole thing up. 2 of the biggest TV markets, come on.
Stroking it hard.
Stroking it hard. like harder than any Will Ferrell SNL rerun they look at. They're just, God, please let it be the top 2 TV markets. Please, Lord, make this happen. So yeah, there's that. So New York didn't close it out last night. They have a chance to on Thursday. The Kings have a chance to close it out as we speak right now. So yeah, that'll be a huge deal. As the world turns, as we get down to it, man, we're getting down. We're not too far away. I don't know if the Kings are going to close it out tonight. The Blackhawks are already up 2-0, 8 minutes into the first. Granted, the Kings, the Blackhawks are up 2-1 by the time we went off air last week, and then got shelled for 5 goals in the third period. So, you know, what can you do? Brent Seabrook, Johnny Oduya, of course, the goal scorers you think when you think Chicago Blackhawks hockey. Patty Kane, 2 assists. So there's that. If you're scoring at home or even if you're alone, Chicago up 2-0, 8 minutes into the first period there in Chicago. Chicago. It's a hell of a town. By the way, travel schedules, that'd be an interesting travel schedule for New York to LA. 6 hours one way, 5 hours back. With the headwind and all.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think a lot more people would love the Chicago, New York just for travel purposes. But the O'Hare Airport is just a gong show.
Yeah.
Just flying to Midway at that point.
Just make it happen. Send Leahy to New York. You go to L.A., Greg. They already love you there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. They love you for taking pie in the face.
Forget the travel. Just stay there for 2 weeks.
Just hang out there. I'm pretty sure you'd hate it. Just going by the beach every day. He's just got to go to the frickin' Chelsea Piers, hit some golf balls, and play some hockey. Go to the batting cages.
Leahy can't get a tan anyway, so it's not like he can be at a beach.
It's true. He has to stay. He has to keep all his activities indoors.
It's like a waste of time.
Poor. You know what? I feel bad for him when we have fluorescent lighting in our rooms, because that could burn him. You never know.
Wow. I'm gonna see if Leahy wants to is gonna bring his here the Best Bellows T-shirt.
I hope so. That'd be great. You guys can match up. You'd be twinsies.
Yeah. Just like Schwarzenegger and Stallone.
DeVito.
And DeVito.
Mm-hmm.
Twins.
Yeah, it's great. Who would be who?
I'm obviously Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
Clearly.
Yeah, because you're ripped, right? All right, fine, fair enough. There we go. Stanley Cup Finals are upon us. I don't know. I don't know who to go for. I really couldn't care less about the Rangers. Really couldn't care. It'll be annoying. That's for damn sure. The fan bases are pretty annoying when it comes down to it. So I don't know. It should be fun and exciting, regardless of the team. Although if the Rangers do win it all, it ruins my Dan Marino narrative for Henrik Lundqvist, and I don't want that to happen. Don't want that to happen at all. So, good times had by all. You been watching any of the conference finals there, Mark? You just been hanging out?
I saw a little bit of one of the Rangers Montreal games. I don't know. It's not really on television at any time that I'm watching television. For instance, right now, I don't have a television right now.
No. Well, you do. It's behind you.
That's true.
But that is not connected to
anything.
That does not have a cable box on it. So technically, it is just a magic box that shows images, pre-recorded images. It is impossible for that to show live images.
Okay.
All right. Well, if you hook it up to your computer, maybe not.
Shut up. Don't tell me what to do.
Somebody's watching the Sling Box right now.
Are they?
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm watching the O's game.
Oh, nice.
All right, I could be watching the hockey game.
We're watching the O's game.
How did you know I was watching the Sling Box?
Because when I went up to get the shoes, the end on the Sling Box was lit up.
Whoa.
That's how it tells me if somebody's watching it.
What?
You mean the hump?
Yeah, it's an N. It's the N on Sling. It lights up.
Weird.
Yeah. All red.
Why the N? Why not like the S?
The red and such. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why the N. I think it's their logo is that hump. Maybe they liked
Fergie.
Yeah. Her hump.
Who didn't like Fergie at that time, right?
I hated Fergie.
What happened to her?
She was banging an actor, and then she was no longer heard of again. She has to wait for the Black Eyed Peas reunion. Which will get back together first? The Black Eyed Peas, the band, or the restaurant?
Oh, there was a restaurant?
Yeah, there was one right by the
Black Eyed Pea. I think the band.
Yeah.
It's if Heckinger is going to show back up.
Ooh, I wouldn't. You know what? A lot of people count on Heckinger's. I still think it has a chance. I still see that phoenix rising through the ashes any time now.
Heckinger's?
Yeah, man.
Just like Montgomery Ward?
And Caldor.
Caldor? Ames? James Way?
Wow, James Way. Lead mark? I was so pissed when I drove by the Ames and they had torn it down. I'm like, you sons of bitches. You finally did it, did you? Look what you've done. Look at all you've done. I literally went out there like it was freaking Heston in Planet of the Apes. You blew it up! Damn you!
What was the one on the other side of that shopping center? So the Ames was all the way on one side. What was on the other side? Was it a Sears all the way on the other side?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Where was Ames?
Ames was right across the street from the Jumpers Hole AMC Bowling Center.
Yeah, well, it's right. Yeah, the Jumpers Hole Bowling Center is still there.
Yeah.
Is that the Kmart?
No, that's in the adjacent shopping center. 'Cause
Hex. It was Hex.
Yes, it was Hex. You are absolutely correct.
We're talking
By the
about
way-
where BJ's is now.
Yes,
No,
I believe so.
But not that new part, the old part.
No, that's you're thinking way too. You're
You're
thinking
thinking
way too
Rugged
close.
Warehouse. You're thinking
Am I too high?
Vernon Park. You're too low. It's Vernon
Too
Park.
low.
Too low.
Yeah, you got to be higher. You got to be up closer to like
Okay.
what's it called?
Jesus.
Cheeseburger in Paradise. Up Route 2, a little farther.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Kmart's right there.
Right, there is a Kmart there. But the Kmart is on the other side of Route 2. I'm talking the same side of Route 2. Same shopping center as the Ames used to be in, just all the way on the other side.
Yeah, I think that was a Hex. Yeah,
I think it was a Hex, too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Oh, heck.
Oh, Hex.
Hex.
Is it a Yokin hex?
Yes, actually,
Yes.
spelled the same way.
Perfect. So it was really lazy on the back check. By the way, there's also a Chick-fil-A there, where the Taco Bell used to be. It's now a Chick-fil-A.
What?
Yeah, they tore it down, and now it's a Chick-fil-A.
Those Mormons, or just really right-wing Christians?
Very right-wing question.
Right-wing
Christians.
Christians. Oh, why?
Oh, why? Chick-fil-A. And the old movie theater is now an LA Fitness.
I did see that the other day.
Of course it is.
Yeah. It's a very nice building.
Yeah, no, it's great.
I saw Ninja Turtles there.
You know what, I think I saw
I did too.
I think I saw Ninja Turtles there too. How about that? Something else we have in common.
How about that?
How about that? We'll ask Lau when he gets on where he saw Ninja Turtles. I'm hoping it was the same place, because then that'd be really weird. Yeah, I saw the Dollar Movie-rama. It's great. Great times.
It was $3 or maybe $5. I forget what it was to see a movie back. I mean, was it $2? It was something ridiculously cheap to see second-run movies at Jumpers Hole.
It was the best. By the way, they're renovating the movie theater at Marley Station Mall.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they should just tear the whole thing down.
With the whole mall?
Yes, because there's 3 Auntie Anne's within a 5-step distance from each other.
And an Ann's Dairy Cream.
Well, that's out in front of the mall. That's not
And
actually in the mall.
And they didn't even spell dairy right.
No, or
Typical.
cream.
Or cream, for that matter. You're right.
It's creamy. Like, what's this bullshit? And they got a big wiener out front. It's crazy.
Well, it's CREME, I think, is a way to spell cream, but DARI? That's nothing.
No.
What does that even mean?
They forgot the A. Could it be Daria Cream? And we just have like an MTV show. Be great. MTV porno. Daria Cream.
Daria Cream. Ugh.
Ugh. What was that?
That's gotta be like a stripper name.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it, hands go together. It's Daria Cream. Pour some sugar on me, please. And it's just a mess.
Oh, it's like coffee.
Yeah.
Dairy and it's cream.
By the way,
sugar.
also went to the Double T while I was at home. Big ups.
Core Logos fan?
Yeah, big Core Logos fan. Shout out Spiros.
Spiros Core Logos?
Spiros and Nick. What up, boys? Double T and the hizzy. Sent Lyle the propa link. And
I did too.
Nice.
He's still away.
Oh, that's a shame. He's probably realized, listen, I can't deal with this bowling talk, guys. You've made the show terrible. And for that, we agree. If you listen to the Farm Report, you realize the Las Vegas Wranglers are now always bring into funk for a year. So there's
Oh.
that.
Sean would be sad, except he actually bet on that happening.
Sean put that in the parlay. Sean's like, all right, the Caps aren't going to make the playoffs, so I'm going to parlay that with the Wranglers not playing in 2014-15. Go. And it hit. Good job, Sean.
Yep. Sean's
Yep.
actually part of the billionaire club now too, if he can only find the ticket.
It's in the mess of chords. It's in the mess of chords in his basement. Hi, Lyle.
You always make the show terrible.
I
Oh.
try. I'm doing my best to run this show into the ground, Lyle, but hey, we're almost up on 13 years now, and I still haven't found a chance to
I
do it.
know. The interweb still allows you on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Hell, I can't find it.
the hell with
That
it.
was it.
I want to hear the Brewers broadcast during this Orioles game.
And while you're watching the Orioles game and keeping an eye on the Blackhawks game, while doing the Face-Off Hockey Show, let's not forget Milwaukee's famous brats. You can only get them in Milwaukee. Hey, how about that?
It's,
Actually, Lyle has
Euchre
Bob
does
Euchre. Bob Euchre's like sitting right behind Lyle.
Yes.
Good times. I think Bob Euchre doing just the radio.
Bob
now?
Euchre calls the Orioles game. Yeah, you wish.
Wow.
He calls
Yeah,
he calls the Brewers games now on radio. Yeah.
Although Gary Thorne is the play-by-play guy for the Orioles TV broadcasts now.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Gary Thorne's okay.
Yeah, all his Thorngasms when Manny Machado gets to the plate, it's great.
And as an added bonus, he called Caleb Joseph, who was the Orioles' backup catcher at the moment.
Third string catcher.
He called well, they just made a trade for another dude, but called him Curtis Joseph on multiple occasions
Yes,
during
he
his
has.
first game, which was fantastic.
I like it. I liked it a lot. So yeah, I call him K-Joe, and it doesn't work as much. And then Gary Thorne had him traded. Don't know if any of that's true.
Well, we got 5 goals going on here in the first period, kids.
What?
Gabbert just cut the lead again, 3-2.
Holy Jesus.
3-2 Blackhawks with 6 minutes to go.
Fire wagon hockey these past few games there, Lyle.
Indeed,
Holy
indeed.
Dinah.
I think the Kings and Blackhawks looked at the Canadians and Rangers having retro '80s night last night and said, "Hey, we can do that too." So
They said, "Screw you, taxpayer. We're going to do this completely on our own as well."
exactly.
Go for that. It was interesting that they didn't bring Lundqvist back when they had they tied that game up.
And I think that was the right move. You mean you already pulled him out of the game. Mentally now he's figuring that he's done for the night. You've already made your decision, and listen, save him for Game 6. You're going back to New York. He's going to be motivated for that one. So I totally agreed with that decision. Keep him. Though I got to say though, Montreal, the Bell Center, as much as I like that arena and everything like that, you'd think that they would make room on the visitors' bench for their backup goaltender. That's just a little.
It's not an old arena at all.
No. Yeah, this was built 18 years ago. I mean, the so-called state-of-the-art arena, and yet if the visiting team goaltender has to sit on a stool in the entranceway where the Zamboni comes on and off the ice. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a little. I don't know. Maybe that's a little nod
Wait,
to
no,
that kind of
Lyle,
old
it's not
school.
even where the Zamboni comes on and off.
Oh.
That's where the locker room goes to for the visiting. The visiting team
Right,
is
which is
across the ice.
the other side across the ice, which again is really friggin'.
It's a head game that the Canadians.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Holy crap! That's home ice advantage right for their kid.
Just a little quirk, one of those cute little quirks you don't see in the new cookie cutter arenas they decided to implement in there. They built it specifically.
It's almost as bad as Edmonton's arena. Where they literally have to go through the Zam doors and then turn right and go halfway across the rink to get to the locker room.
The only good thing you can say about the old Northlands Coliseum is that it has the best ice in the league, which isn't surprising because it's the arena that's the furthest north.
Exactly.
Of all NHL arenas.
There's polar bears scalping tickets out there. It's amazing.
Oh God, yeah, exactly.
It's It's crazy how that works.
Exactly.
If you don't buy them for the prices, they'll maul you.
Well, yeah, and if you can avoid the polar bears, then you got to go for the Wolverines. So,
But
you know.
thankfully, Lyle, the good thing is that because Daryl Cates now owns the team, there's Rexalls on the concourse, so you can go get some ointment for that.
Yeah, Band-Aids, that sort of thing. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
A little hydrogen peroxide, and away you go.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
In fact,
you want
that's
to
how
pain?
That looked at his hair.
It's like, you want a painkiller? Okay, fine. The ibuprofen's on aisle 4. Jeez.
All right, the ibuprofen's aisle 4, but also we have $8 beers. So
If you want to deaden your pain and have fun doing it, yeah. No, it won't be fun on your wallet.
Wait till the new Cates plan happens, and the beers are $10 to fund that damn thing.
Wait a minute. If you're drinking to ease the pain, does that cover it under the Canadian healthcare?
Yes, it is.
Oh, good.
Yes, yes.
So it's
Well,
free then.
it is when you go and get your treatment for the inevitable alcoholic-related diseases like cirrhosis of the liver. That part of it is covered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you
CVS is
can't
a
get
lot
your
different
actual.
up there.
Oh no, you can't get your actual. No, I'm sorry, I was a little misleading. No, we can't claim our pain deadening booze under our social our single payer system. No.
To be
But they
fair,
will treat your cirrhosis of the liver though.
he was my favorite knight of the round table.
Who's that?
Cirrhosis of the liver.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Rise, cirrhosis of liver. Rise, sirloin of beef. Rise, Earl of Cloves.
Really was my favorite.
Bugs Bunny rules.
Now, Lyle, the big news this week is the coaching maneuvering that the Washington Capitals have done. GMBM is the new. Like, honestly, I know the Caps like to shorten it because you only get 140 characters, and McLennan is a lot to say. It's still GMBM, not really the guy you.
GMBM, yeah, you know,
Yeah, but if
that's
it's trade-
because you want the initials to be named after a certain bodily
But
function.
if the trading market isn't really flowing quite well, you can just add more fiber.
Yes.
And I mean, what happened to the statement from Ted Leonsis? I want to bring in a fresh pair of eyes. So what's he do? He promotes the assistant GM.
Well,
Meet
listen.
the new boss, same as the old boss.
What do you tell us is that BM LASIK.
Yeah.
That was a new set of eyes he was talking about.
Yeah.
But yes. I don't need my glasses now. Yes, new pair of eyes. We won't say where we got them from, but thank you, Obamacare. Anyway,
Lyle, all he meant was a fresh set of eyes. Is he's going to sign a lot of Finnish players this offseason.
but
Eyes, a lot of umlauts.
yes, indeed. That's the only place you would see that. That's the only country I think that joke works. Is
Yanni Niinema is going to go ahead and be a part of the coaching staff. See, new set of eyes.
I got it.
He was talking about Niemi.
Johnny, are we gonna,
That one works even better, Johnny.
you're gonna start the encoder soon?
Wait, what?
Uh-huh.
We do what with the where now?
Exactly. So, GM is the new GM for the Caps. Barry Trotz.
The encoder's running.
Okay, good. That's good. Then everyone heard that bad joke. So, Barry Trotz is there, bringing back another guy who used to be in the organization.
But that move I like. Yeah,
I think it's going to be interesting to see what he can do with an actual offense.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be fun to see what happens. And I think it's a fun time to be a Caps fan. If by fun you like anxiety, then you're right up your alley.
It's fine.
I just got a 2-month supply of Cymbalta, and the season's not even started yet. I mean, Christ.
What are you gonna do, man? Nails chewed to the quick. I'm telling you.
This will last me through free agency period, so I got that going for me.
There you go. That works for you.
Exactly. What are you guys doing signing this guy to a 7-year deal? What the hell are you thinking?
Hell?
Wait, you
Wait a
guys
minute.
traded for Dion Phaneuf? Oh boy.
Oh, jeez.
No. What makes it worse? What? Wait, they traded for David Clarkson? Oh, yeah. Feel that anxiety level rising now, huh? Fanoop, you can handle. You can handle Fanoop, but Clarkson?
I got some Ativan if I get that. Boy. This leaves coaching positions now in a scarce. Carolina, Florida, Vancouver, I think, are the only ones.
Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Pittsburgh still has a coach.
Pittsburgh's in limbo.
Technically, they still have a coach.
Yes.
How shitty would it be if Pittsburgh took their time getting the new GM in place and then ultimately decided that they did want to fire Bilesma, but only after every other team already had their coaches?
All I know is, if you're a Penguins fan right now, you should be calling them up and going, hello, tick-tock, drafts in a month, free agency in a month, tick-tock.
Listen, guys, just name Botterill the GM.
Oh, for God's sake, yes, exactly. That's a guy you want to have in there anyway, for the love of man, what are you waiting for?
Did they say that they needed a new set of eyes?
Wait, let me go back and check the previous quotes, because if they did, meet the new boss! Same as old boss! We won't get fooled again! Anyway. And everybody takes a drink. Lyle sang a Who song during the show. You agreed on this 7 years ago. Everybody takes a drink.
Now, here's the big question: who's still out there for coaching that anyone wants, especially in those positions that Carolina and Florida and Vancouver all hedging their bets on Barry Trotz?
Yeah, well, I mean, John Stevens is still available, but of course right now he's kind of busy because he's the assistant coach of your Los Angeles Kings. But his name's been brought up. Oh God, who else? Phil Housley's name's been kicked around as well.
Which I don't even know why.
I'm just saying it's been kicked around.
I know. You're just saying because that was out there for the cap position too. I'm like, really? We're gonna?
Yeah. Do you really want to go there? But other than that, right now, unless people are looking at juniors or I don't know, maybe tapping into somebody else's assistant coach.
Yeah.
Kirk Muller's looking for a job. Actually, no, he's not. I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. He's with the Blues now. My bad. Yeah.
So is Corsi.
Yes, which means they're going to be evaluating those.
They hired the guy that
possession numbers,
advanced stats.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
Are they going to make a movie about it afterwards?
I think they should.
I think so too.
Oh well, at the very least, it'll be an ESPN 30 for 30 short.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, speaking of ESPN, and it was 30 for 30. I saw the Hillsborough one very recently, and an excellent documentary. Very well done.
Yeah.
And all I can say, British legal system, you're a bunch of fuckers.
Yeah.
Honestly,
they screwed that one up big time.
Oh, big time. That's what happens when you get institutionalized CYA. You guys know what CYA is, right?
No.
Cover your ass.
Oh.
I'm sorry, it's a military acronym. I thought maybe that was a little more prevalent.
No,
but anyway, here you go, kids. Cover your ass.
We just wanted you to say it on the show.
Institutional. I know. You guys love it. You guys love it when I curse.
Well, Lyle, I knew it. I just wanted to make sure everyone else knew it.
Okay, everybody. Lyle swore on the show twice. Everybody takes a drink. We're gonna be pissed. Oh, he did it again. Anyway, but anyway, yeah. Just as a brief aside, I wanted because Johnny, you had offered to let me watch it via Slingbox, but I already saw it.
You can't watch it because Mark's watching the baseball game on my TV right now.
That's okay. You can watch it.
But anyway, yeah. Like I said, just the hell of it. And God love those families for not giving up. Yeah. For not giving up. That's the thing. And a quick aside, speaking of baseball, Blue Jays won 8 straight and they're leading the American League East. I'm enjoying this while I can because I'm prepared for the inevitable collapse between June and October. So
They won 11 straight last year, and then
Yep. And then Tankorama. But they weren't atop the American League East at the time. They were still something like 200 games back or something like that at the time.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, well, that's what it felt like last year. Yeah. Actually, I think the closest they got, was like 8.5 back or something like that, and then they probably died. So
we've almost got them. What's that? We're 14 games out now. Wow.
Never mind. Yep.
Jeez, forget about it.
Every time you win a game, another piece comes off.
Nice catch, Ace. Don't ever fucking do it again.
Speaking of that,
one of my most favorite lines of all time. I love that line.
Speaking of that, I think it's one of the Indians minor league teams.
Yep.
Is giving away Jobu bobbleheads.
Oh, awesome.
Anniversary.
That's so awesome.
I don't often say awesome, but I think that's awesome.
It's really cool. It's got like the hair and the white hair like out and everything. It's
I want one. I want one. Oh, I gotta look on eBay.
I cannot even imagine how much I'm gonna go for it on eBay after this.
Oh man, I gotta get me one of those.
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
1,500 Jobu bobbleheads at the Lake County Captains.
Lucky buggers. Yep.
Where is this? When is the bobblehead? It is an actual. It's fantastic how great.
You have the picture of it?
I am getting it right now.
Oh, please do. Yep. Anything to take my eyes off the stupid advertisement for 22 Jump Street. Screw you.
August 1st, by the way, is the day. August 1st.
August
the day
1st.
that it will be there, so I'm pretty sure tickets still available.
Is it drivable?
Road trip. Where's their?
Lake County is in Eastlake, Ohio.
Oh, that's not too far for you guys.
It has to be on the east side, right?
Gonna be on the east side, but now I'm on the west side.
It's in the same time zone for you guys. You can do it.
There you go. Here we go. Booyah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's good stuff.
That is sweet, man. Oh yeah. I would love to have one of those.
The over and under of number of times that somebody's going to go up to get a beer throughout the game and go, "Hey, bartender, Joe Boo needs a refill."
Be tremendous.
And it'll be awesome every single time.
Not enough. The over-under is not enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the people behind concessions are not old enough to have ever seen it because the movie's 25 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. No, I don't believe that. There's some movies that are timeless that everybody gets to see. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter. I swear. There will be people. There are people, young people, who know that movie.
Do you think has Major League come out on Blu-ray yet?
Oh, years ago.
Probably, yeah.
Years ago.
I did watch. I watched Mortal Kombat in HD this past weekend.
Wow, why?
Yeah. It was awesome. I said Mark Voxes of the music.
Yes, he did.
It was like Mortal Kombat. I had the lights going on like I did earlier in the show. Full rave going on in the house.
Huh. Oh, so which team is Mark cheering for in the upcoming World Cup? I can't tell.
I've got multiple teams.
Well, Mark and I always do this. We root for the U.S. and Italy, and whoever goes farther, it's Italy. Is who we end up rooting for.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But we both did root for the U.S. when the U.S. played Italy in the 2006 World Cup.
Yes, well, of course, you've got, yeah. Now, help me out with the qualifications thing. I know Canada's not in. So, is the United States in? Yes. Yes, I thought they were. Okay, well, I'm still going to be, I'm going to do what I always do when Canada's not in and cheer for England because I'm a masochist. But then if they fall by the wayside, then go USA, and then after that, whoever. Yeah. Who's left? Germany and the Netherlands? I'm going to cheer for the Netherlands because Germany were a bunch of bastards to them in World War II. There.
Yeah.
I got a great feeling about Bosnia-Herzegovina, guys. Not even going to lie to you.
It's two countries.
Well, exactly.
Two full countries get to play in the World Cup as one.
Yep.
Is
That's
Croatia
why-
Is Croatia in?
There used to
Yeah,
be
they are.
times-
Oh, yeah.
there used to be times when they only allowed West Germany in the World Cup. They were
Cote
that
d'Ivoire.
good.
You
Cote
got to keep an eye on. I tell you, you got to keep an eye on Croatia and Bosnia BH because they're both footy mad and basketball mad. So that's your prime sporting exports from those two countries.
Yes.
Also, Costa
Completely
Rica. I
different
think.
sports. One you can't use your hands. One you can't use your feet.
There you go. I like it. I like what we're doing here.
It's like how Trinidad and Tobago got to put their teams together for the Goodwill Games. That's just not fair.
True.
Actually, you know what? Bosnia-Herzegovina does have a decent shot. They're in a group with Iran, Nigeria, and Argentina.
Mm.
They could move out of the group stage, but barely. I don't know what I'm talking about.
They
I just
could.
listened to Monk of the Man.
Yeah. No, they could.
Who's going to score all their goals, Scott?
Bosnia-Herzegovina,
Mm-hmm.
Sam
People who-
Herzegovina.
People who end
Peter
with
Sikora.
guys with a lot of vowels in their last name. There you go.
Sam Herzegovina. What more do you want from me?
Yes.
Oh, so what you're saying is he just has a hyphenated last name.
Exactly.
I don't know though. Well, I think it'd be a bit of an upset over Argentina if you
Two
give
teams go out of each group, though.
Yeah, so top two.
Mm.
There we go.
Yeah, 8 groups. Top 2 teams out of each group make
Yeah.
16-team knockout bracket.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I'm looking forward.
The best part about it is that the times of the games will be fantastic.
Yeah, they're perfect prime time for viewing. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm so amped up. I got my Landon Donovan jersey, and I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
Did you get it authentic?
Yeah, no, I paid the extra money for it,
So,
right?
what? Wait, what?
Landon Donovan's jersey?
Yeah, no, I think they charged me $300. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's definitely not authentic.
Yeah, no, it should
You
be.
might
I
have.
mean,
You might be the person who actually took Donovan's jersey for the World Cup.
Wait,
team.
he's not playing? I didn't hear any news. Like, I don't follow
No.
soccer that much. Like, he's not what?
No, he's hanging out in Cambodia for 8 months.
Well, that's.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Great
that's
white hope.
poor invest. I gotta tell Jerry Naylor that's a poor investment on my behalf.
Yeah, you should really have talked to the monk before you.
Yeah, no.
Or the Mick.
Or the Mick, or anyone, or Hode Rabina checking in from the West Coast. Peace. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well.
Yeah. Sorry.
But hey, at least my Yaroslav Halek Caps jersey is going to be great. He signed for another 4 years in DC. I think it's going to... What? He's an Islander? Oh, for the love of God. This is why I'm not a jersey collector. I'm always a day late.
You just leave the Caps jersey out in the sun for a little bit. It'll turn orange. You'll be fine.
There you go.
Actually, I do have an Islanders jersey, so I'm good.
There you go.
Islanders authentic that I bought.
That was the first trade that GMBM made.
It was.
Yes.
Dumping Halak.
Dumping Halak off of the pool.
I think he got a firm return on that deal, though.
Oh,
Solid return.
solid return.
Well, he had to liquidate some things, but in the end.
Yes.
We are not going to have fun with this at all.
Now listen,
Not at all.
It's a corny thing. But I think we really just have to go ahead and flush it away, flush all the bad vibes away, and we'll be okay.
Just wipe the stain from your soul, and you'll be fine.
Listen, if they hit a skid, then I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Oh.
That's the only problem that I see with the move, is if they hit a skid, it's just gonna go. It just.
Oh, and here's the latest headline: Redskins squeeze out Browns.
See, now my thing is that they
Trumped.
require a Brown. They need to acquire Mike Brown, and GMBM picks up Brown, and then there we go. We're great, and away we go for more poop jokes. As if our show wasn't enough of poop jokes. Now we have GMBM to just.
Oh, exactly. So every time if he makes another crappy deal by GMBM, why does he keep acquiring this shit?
Oh, I tell you, just throwing it to the wall, seeing if it sticks.
Ah!
Yeah.
Ah!
And,
What
and
a
what's
what
really
a
going to happen
shitty
is
deal.
when the Verizon Center crowd gets on him and he has to go hit a fan. And
It was a long trip to that one.
but it honestly that was definitely worth the ride.
Well, it's a good
Absolutely.
thing there was no line then.
yeah, no, we got in the HOV lane. Oh, throw it up. And then we went there and got there. So I think it
Yeah.
was worth
But GMBM, he narrowly misses out being GM of the year. He was number 2. So
that's a shame.
I know.
Oh.
Just when you thought it couldn't get milked any further, just when you thought you couldn't squeeze out another one.
GMBM always backing up. Always backing up.
That's, right.
GM got back. What can you say?
You don't want him to sneak out, though.
No.
No.
Yeah. Those can be messy. You know.
Yes, they can. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't have him gambling on any
But
deals.
the thing that I don't want him to do is if there's a like, in all seriousness, if there's a moment of panic and there's something that, like, if the Caps get off to a slow start, I don't want him to keep pushing and nothing to come out of the deal.
No, don't
Because
hold back.
No, exactly. You have to, like, when the moment calls, you have to go. Because if you lose that moment, God only knows when the moment's going to come again.
You have to answer the call.
That's true.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
You know what? I want them to sign David Musil, and I want them to hire his dad, Frank Musil, and then that way, as a coach, so that way, you know, if it does get backed up, we can have a Metamucil, and then go from there.
I saw where you were going with that, but I just wanted to let it go. You know. No.
Hold on.
I'm just saying. I'm saying that in this area, you don't want any ex-Lax players either.
No,
John-
absolutely not. Yeah,
John-
no.
That's why they got rid of Adam Opes.
Yeah.
Adam Opes is gone. Brendan
Yep.
Shanahan didn't go.
Yep.
No ex-Lax players.
Yep.
Sure. But I mean, that's the weird thing. He's gonna be shit, ladies and gentlemen. What we're doing.
That's
Just
what
a
we're
lot
basically
of poop
saying.
jokes.
This is basically what we're
A
saying.
lot of poop
Yeah.
jokes. For a
Right.
guy that, it's funny because when he got hired, Sean Simpson, who was a Washington Capitals player, did a lot of work and I think some scouting positions, and his dad was also a scout in the LA Kings organization. He said that Brian McLennan was the laziest person he's ever seen in his life.
Really? Like,
Yeah.
are you seriously?
He called him out on Twitter and said he is the laziest person I've ever seen. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that's a ringing endorsement. I have not heard much about this hire being a good hire just because of who he is. A guy who has a lot of talent but doesn't seem to be able to use that. A complacent. I guess when you look at the Cap squad, he fits right in. Lot of talent, very complacent.
But the one thing you can say is they've got Barry Trotz, you know? And that's the thing. You got BM and Trotz.
Yeah.
You got the Trotz. I'm surprised we didn't pick up on that earlier.
No, I'm pissed off that I didn't.
No,
Just
this
as
is
soon
not.
as-
This is not a time for pitch jokes.
As soon as you said it, I'm just like, son
Just
of
like,
a-
son of a bitch. And but as soon as I realized it as it was coming to me, I'm like, why did we think of this sooner?
Why was this not the first joke?
Oh, yeah, why did we not trot that out right off the bat? Come on!
Best buddy cop movie there's going to be this year. BM and the Trots.
Are they playing in between intermissions? Is that a band?
Oh, God.
What they're doing is they're actually sending their scouting. They're starting to scout young, the Caps, and they're just going to go up to Pennsylvania and scout the Hershey Squirts. And I think that's what's going to... What? I'm just saying.
Too obvious.
They're
Come
going
on.
up the Hershey Highway to get their prospects. What do you want?
Oh, now see, that would have been better,
What do you
see?
want from me? I just...
But you had to go with Hershey Squirts, which was just too obvious. I'm
They're
sorry.
the Hershey Squirts. They're a squirt team that play in Hershey.
No,
What
no,
am
no,
I-
no, no, but an NHL team would not score. Now, see, you're totally wrong.
Please, you have
Going up the
University
Hershey Highway
University of
is
New
a better
Hampshire is
one to
signing
go with.
13-year-olds to commitment deals. They're starting young.
My. I think we can all agree it's going to be a very interesting summer in Washington.
If not, we're gonna have a lot of great zingers. If nothing else,
oh.
if nothing else out of this deal.
Yeah. The first, well, we already know what's going to be said. The first bad trade or bad free agent signing he makes, so we're already pre-armed, forearmed is forearmed or whatever. Yeah,
They're still shitty.
yeah.
Back to Major League. I like it.
Yep.
What you're doing.
He'll be doing this and to be saying, yeah, he ain't messing when he shows up with his Wesson.
Oh boy.
Because it's not just for chicken anymore. Yeah.
Of course, Fun fact: Brian McClendon, also another guy who was a former NHL player, now a front office guy.
Yeah, but I do like the former player who's a front office guy in Vancouver. I think is a much better.
Jimmy Benning?
Absolutely. I think that was an excellent move by Trevor Linden picking him up. This guy had proven pedigree with the Boston Bruins. He was Chiarelli's right-hand man for a number of years, helped build that team into a Stanley Cup winner and contender. So, he also a former teammate of Trevor Linden back in the late 80s. So he played 4 seasons. He was a defenseman for 4 seasons with the Canucks when young Trevor broke in as a young, fresh-faced rookie in 1954. So, yeah. No, that's a good move there, and so now it's the whole coaching thing. But listen, I don't envy him though. He's got to figure out the whole Ryan Kessler situation to see if he can find a trade market for Alex Edler or if he wants to keep him. And he's got to restock their their prospect shelf because that's pretty big. Though they're sitting 6th overall, so I think they can pick up a pretty decent pick out of that. He's got to have his work cut out for him, and I think Canucks fans have to kind of realize it's not going to happen overnight because you still got a decent core. Yeah, you're going to have a better coach. It's going to be a better system than what you had there under Tortorella. I think that the Canucks are a better team than what they were last season. That's even without Roberto Luongo now. They're definitely not cup contenders. That's for sure. I think just be content if he can, if they can get these guys back into the playoffs next season and then just kind of build from that.
What can they do in Vancouver? That's not do they want to go total rebuild? Because if that's the case, we're going to see Bo Horvat jerseys all over the place.
Well, no, he's talking about just. He wants to just kind of bring in players that can,
gaps almost.
Well, accentuate the core. The problem is, though, is that core is aging. I mean, the Sedins are in their mid-30s. Bieksa, he's heading that way. Hamhuis is heading that way. Kessler's 32 and banged up. Alex Burrows is 33. Which surprised me. I thought he was a little younger than that, but nope. So no, I'm not saying these guys are, all useless or anything like that. That's, you still got a competitive team, but they lack secondary scoring, and I'm not sure about their goaltending. With Eddie Locke and Markstrom. But I think honestly, what Benning's doing is he's just going to take the first year and just really assess it. He says, well, I'm just going to bring complementary, just kind of look at tweaking. I'm not looking at an overall rebuild, which, listen, I think that's a kind of a smart decision to begin with. I mean, you would say, well, common sense says, look, rebuild, try and dump a lot of these guys. Problem is you got a lot of high-salaried older guys that you really can't move. And so it might be best right now just to see, kind of get a full season under your belt with them. See what you can bring in maybe to help them out if you can get some secondary scorers in. Maybe see if Eddie Locke can step up or if Markstrom can ever turn into the starting goalie he was once projected to be. And just make your assessment from there. So, anyway.
Fun time. Carolina and Florida, no one really cares. They've been perpetual rebuilding forever and ever.
Ron Francis has got a big job ahead of him there. I don't envy him at all.
Yeah, good luck to him.
You're not going to be able to move Cam Ward. I mean, not without picking up half his salary, and even then, he's got no trade clause. He gets to determine where he wants to go, and really, at this point, I don't think there's really much of a market for him. Not unless they're willing to take a toxic contract back in return. So,
good luck to him. That's for darn sure. Is Larry Robinson getting an expanded role with the Sharks maybe a warning sign to Todd McLennan that, hey, we got a guy who can coach and has won Stanley Cups. You might not want to be lazy this first part of the season.
I don't think McClellan was lazy at all. No, I don't think that Larry is really keen to be really head coaching again. He was more of an associate coach and an assistant coach. He's now moving up, doing a role in management as well. So I think he's kind of maybe being groomed more to head more, toward the management side of the house. Now, I think if Larry Robinson was really keen to be a head coach again, he would have been by now. Larry's a kind of I hate to say he's kind of a strange duck in a way, or a strange shark, if you will. I mean, he coached the Kings. He had success with the New Jersey Devils, but ever since the whole thing with the Devils, it's like he's just not, really keen to go back to head coaching again. I don't know if there's a reason why. Maybe he's just a little too laid back. I don't know. If it's a little too stressful for him. I mean, he obviously was a good coach, so, but he seemed more happy in an assistant/associate role, and now it seems more like he's being groomed to move up, into management.
Backtracking on something I joked about before, Jaro Halak, 4-year deal with the Islanders, 18 mil? Was that what the number?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously, they needed to give him that number for the floor. They feel that he's worth it. Knowing that we know Halak can be streaky as hell, and he has been 1A, 1B kind of deal. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to solve the Islanders' problems, or if they think this is going to solve all their problems.
Well, I think it's better than what they've had for quite a while. Say what you will about Halak, he is a proven starter. Yes, I agree that he is prone to inconsistencies. But I think right now, when you look at, as I said, the type of goaltending that the Isles have had for a number of years, just the fact that Halak is it says a lot about the inconsistency of the goaltenders they've had before, that they think Halak is a better choice. But honestly, I like that signing. I like that move. I like the fact that they traded for his rights and he was willing to sign. I think this will be good for them. I mean, Halak is in a position now where he's got something to prove. He kind of feels that things didn't work out for him in St. Louis, and he just got, kicked around, went to Buffalo, wasn't even there a week, and then off to Washington, and didn't have a good experience there. And so now I think he's got something to prove, and I think he's going to give them some stability there on in goal. And they're looking at bringing back Evgeny Nabokov next season as his backup. That's fine. I would prefer if they went out and got somebody who wasn't old as the damn hills, but
someone who was actually a good backup.
Well, yeah. I mean, I understand the loyalty to Nabokov. Yes, he's good in the room, blah, blah, blah. For God's sake, make him a friggin' coach then.
Yeah.
Okay? Have him retire. Make him your goalie coach or an assistant coach or something. But God, that's a definite blind spot with Gar Snow. He's loyal to a fault. In some cases, and with Nabokov especially. But, I mean, hey, if you're going to bring him back, at least they're not bringing him back as a starter. So,
Thank God for that.
Yep.
Though I will say that the Islanders' defense could expose how well he had it in St. Louis.
It certainly could. But who knows? Maybe Gar Snow might be a little busy and, bringing a bit of experience depth to go with some of the youngsters they've got there, and who knows? I mean, they've got the 5th overall pick. Maybe he can move up 1 or 2 and grab Aaron Ekblad. Might not make an impact right away, but could be somebody for a year or two if he doesn't work out right away. And you could go to free agency and maybe bring in some short-term help there as well to go along with some of the young guys you got.
And you got good old Brooklyn on the horizon. Brooklyn's just there, screaming out at you.
Oh yeah.
So that'll attract some people.
And they've got some good young forwards as well. They really do. Matt Martin is a good heavy hitter. Brock Nelson, God, I love that name.
Oh, yeah.
Brock Nelson, slab beefsteak. Biff McHuge Large.
Former Fighting Sioux as well. So
Yeah, and Anders Lee, Ryan Strome. So you've got some good young players to come up and to be complementary players, your secondary scorers. They actually played very well. If you look at from the Olympic break onward, I mean, everybody said, "Oh, well, God, that's it. John Tavares is injured. Their season's in the crapper," and yet they went 11-7-4. From the Olympic break to the end of the season, and a big reason for that was those young players they called up. So, you've got to be excited about that if you're an Islanders fan. Mind you, anything will get you excited if you're an Islanders fan at this point. But to be honest, seriously, forward-wise, I think they're going to be okay. I don't think they need to bring in, if you want to bring in maybe some checking line depth, some experienced guys for your checking lines, do it. But if I'm the Islander, if I was Gar Snow, I would first of all get rid of those 2x4 shoulder pads, get rid of all those incriminating party photos from 2007.
I would enlarge them, put them in my basement.
Well, I'd make one poster size to have in my den, and then I would go out and definitely focus on trying to shore up the blue line.
I'd give Solange a call maybe and see what she can do for your checking line.
There you go.
It's little fight moves that she's got there.
I like her. You can't kick her. We have latex cover. Question, Lyle.
Sir.
Matt checks us out and put this to the room. So Johnny and Mark, get your thinking caps on.
Here we go.
Matt says truth or no. So I'm assuming true or false. Caps have the biggest gap between overall skill level and expectation for the team, and then cites the defense as being terrible / bane of existence. I don't know if they have the biggest gap between overall skill level and expectation. I think that's quite the reach, considering
they're heading that way.
They are heading that way. They're
not careful. They're heading that way. Yes, I wouldn't say they're not there yet. That's my opinion. Johnny, Mark, what do you think?
I don't know. There's always going to be Washington sports fans that go either way, to be honest. I mean, there's Washington sports fans that are diehard Skins fans, and every year they think the Skins are going to win the Super Bowl. And then there's those Washington sports fans that don't really watch sports until the teams get good. So expectations in DC are a funny thing. The year that everyone thought that the Caps were going to be, great. They got off to a great start. They won the President's Trophy. Then they lost the Canadiens. The Washington Nationals this year were projected by lots of people to win Major League Baseball. So naturally, everyone became Nationals fans, and they didn't get out to a great start this year. So I don't think that a lot of Washington D.C. fans are really going to games anymore. So it's weird in D.C. because it's a very what are you doing for me right now kind of sports culture. That having been said, and that's just about the city of D.C. Expectations for the hockey team, I think that because the Caps didn't make the playoffs this year, I think expectations are way lower. Way lower because they didn't make the playoffs. If they would have made the playoffs, a casual hockey fan in DC would still be convinced that it's a good team and therefore would think that they still need to win the Stanley Cup. But because the Wizards did better this year than the Capitals. Go ahead. No.
No, I was good. Well, would you say that those expectations? So maybe was this just something like that happened this season, or has it been something that's been declining with the team since the team's been declining over the last 2-3 years?
It depends on which fans you're talking about, because the fans that are knowledgeable have seen this coming for years. Mm-hmm. The fans that aren't, who actually are a lot of the season ticket holders, or were at least until they didn't make the playoffs this year, probably didn't know any better and just expected the Caps to be good all the time because Alex Ovechkin is here. How can they not be good? So, and Mike Green, that guy is awesome.
And Nick Backstrom,
Right. So it's hard to say, but I will say this: expectations are way lower because the Wizards did better than the Capitals this season. So, and everyone will think the Caps suck again, and that'll be that.
Yeah, $10 tickets again.
Johnny, thoughts, ideas?
I think Mark hit it on the head. That DC is a weird sports culture, and It also kind of stems from the fact that there are a lot of people that live in DC that aren't actually from DC.
Mm.
I mean, I can't tell you, even games that you would think that there would be like a fully pro Capitals fan base, or I mean fans like in the stadium, it ends up being like 40-60 at best. So I mean, I think Mark's right. I think that the expectations of the team with them not making the playoffs are pretty low right now, and kind of no matter what they do next year, people will decide whether or not they're getting back on the Capitals bandwagon, or if they've been lifelong Caps fans and just know that the team was good enough in the 80s and 90s to make it into the playoffs for 18 straight years and then lose in the first round every year. They're the ones that kind of just expect that to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't think that there's a massive massive gap between what people believe the expectations are. Now, throwing that in, the NHL, if they're still pumping this Penguins Capitals thing like it's a rivalry, then their expectations there are bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That rivalry has really died out. It really has.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the biggest gap. I think they're, like I said, trending that way. But
Yeah.
and they have the skill. They just need They've always need pieces here and there. But the problem is they could never find the piece that was right. So.
Well, and this is the thing that's so sad, is because in you look at from 08-09 to 2010-11, those 3 seasons, they were right there. You know, they were right there. And I think it was just too much tinkering going on with management. I think ultimately what brought it down, because I really do think it was sort of like a panic, if you will. I really do, especially after that upset against Montreal. It was, even though they started the following season, they got off to a great start, and they tried to change how they did things, and
Yeah,
it just became this. You were taking a team of thoroughbreds and trying to turn them into plow horses. Don't work.
well, I mean, we've talked about it before. The reactionary response that the Capitals organization as a whole put together for the loss to the Canadiens in 2010, I think it was.
Yep.
Was the peak. And
Yep.
from there on, I mean, that just started a ball rolling down a hill.
Yep.
Basically, and now we're where we are. And as a lifelong Cap fan, you're kind of wondering whether or not the ball's still rolling down the hill, or if we've hit a bottom and it's starting to come back up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, with now you've got kind of sort of new management, but you have a new head coach, one of the most respected in the business, a coach that, let's face it, and as I said, a guy who, every player who ever went through the Nashville Predator system and played for Barry Trotz, to a man, they all have nothing but good things to say about the guy, that they were always willing basically to go through a wall for this guy, So if he can bring that out of the Capitals, even with the roster as it currently stands, well, obviously there's, you got to figure there's going to be some other moves. The roster's going to have a bit of a different look going to start the season. But if he can bring get them to buy into what he's preaching, I mean, then they could see the perhaps the upswing begin. But like I said, I just remember 4 or 5 years ago, or even 5-6 years ago, when they were starting to trend up, and how excited we all were. I was excited for you. I was excited for you guys. I was excited for the Capitals, because it was like, finally, here's a franchise that is going to that they finally got it right.
That 2008 season, I think, was the most fun season that I remember watching in the past 20 years.
08-09.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah,
when they won 18 of the last 20 games,
and then had that fantastic
series
last
night.
Yeah, that one. Okay,
That was
that was 07-08. Yeah, when they
And then they had a great series against the Flyers, even though they lost in the first round. I mean, that season, the culmination of that season was I think the best one that I remember, because after that season was when people decided that the Capitals were good.
They
And
were
that
worth.
was
They
when
were worth their money.
ticket prices started going insane. That was when everybody and their parents were Caps fans, and because you wore a Caps jersey, they got to ask you 800 questions about the Capitals and the history of the team, instead of just looking on Wikipedia like everyone does.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because it's always a
But I
pillar
think
of
the
truth.
7-08 season was my favorite season of the last 10 years.
Yeah.
20
Mine
years.
was 08-09 when you could really see them come on, and they had just that fantastic series against Pittsburgh. Yeah, I know it didn't end the way you guys wanted, but those first 6 games, those are, like I said, that was some of the best playoff hockey I've seen in the last 20 years. I mean, it was just fantastic.
Yeah. Now look at them now. They're
Yeah.
scrambling. Too much tinkering. 17 goalies, almost as many goalies as coaches.
Oh God! Well,
in
and
the
that's
past
the
5
and that's
years.
the thing. I mean, from management to the players to the coaching, even they didn't learn how to cope with that adversity that all the building teams that you see when when they're on that road towards becoming champions. I mean, you look at Chicago around the same time, because Chicago and Washington around the same time frame they started to come up, and the Blackhawks learned from their experiences. Now, I'll say the Blackhawks had, they did have, more depth, than the Capitals did at the time. But the Capitals were only, in my opinion, they were only at that point. And I remember saying it in 2010 when, the Hawks won the Cup. But I said, Washington's only a step behind. I said, they're right there. All they got to do is make the right moves, and they're going to be right there. And we all saw the result 4 years later. It was all reactionary. It wasn't smart management. It was all reaction rather than being proactive.
They were playing reactive than proactive, and that's where you get burned all the time. Lyle, thoughts on the conference final? Do you have any hope that the Habs will come back and win the next 2?
As a Habs fan, yes, but as a cold, unbiased hockey writer, no. But as I said, listen, as a fan, there's always hope. They definitely answered the call last night. They really did, and now they've got a modicum of hope. I will say this though, Dustin Tokarski, he's just been fantastic. In the 4 games that he's played, he just, he gets better and better, and the Habs, are getting more confident playing in front of him. You can see it, and especially in that game last night. I had the sense in those 2 games in New York that they were still kind of, even though he was making great saves for them, everything like that, they were still kind of a bit iffy. But I think you really saw the confidence the Habs had in him in Game 5, and it's going to make things interesting tomorrow night. But I will say this, look for Henrik Lundqvist to bounce back big time.
Well, he has to. He has to, lest all those demons come back at him.
Oh, well, I'll say this. If he has another bad game, Game 6, and this goes to Game 7, uh-oh. That's all I'm going to say for that. Uh-oh.
The thoughts of, hey, listen, Cam Talbot should be in net for Game 7 will start, and, it will not be fun.
Vigneault won't do that, but Vigneault won't do that, though.
No, I know.
Vigneault won't do that. You saw that when he was in Vancouver at Luongo and Schneider. Even when it was obvious that at times that Schneider was the better goalie, he stuck by Luongo. So
to a fault.
To a fault, indeed, sir.
And out west, that tied up now.
Yep, 3-3. Dustin Brown again.
Wow, squeaking that one out.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad he's not a Cap.
I know, that'd be amazing if he was. I guess I don't know how to go ahead and think about this, because Chicago, we were talking about last week. What's a dynasty? And we mentioned about how the fun times happened with the dynasty, and then the Kings were the toughest team, and then they weren't the toughest team, and then they were the toughest team, and then they weren't. I don't know what to make of this Kings team. It's really weird.
Well, I will say this though. They've been winning it with offense, which is not what they did 2 years ago. 2 years ago was mainly goaltending and defense. They still have that, obviously, but they are now They're the playoff leader right now in offense. which is which been a hell of a gear shift for them because, when you figure the regular season, they were 26th in the league in offense. I mean, they were struggling. But they, somewhere in that San Jose series, they found their offensive mojo, and especially with putting Tyler Toffoli and Tanner Pearson on the same line with Jeff Carter, that's just, that's given the Blackhawks fits in this series, that line. So, going to be interesting.
Also, breaking news: Malcolm Glazer passing away, age 85.
Yes.
Yep.
For Buccaneers and Man at You owner.
Man, you.
All right. I always like to leave it on a high note. So.
Sure does.
Well, listen, we did our poop jokes. I can't really do much of anything else.
No. Then it all just becomes number 2 material after that,
Well, my material's number 2, Lyle, let's be honest.
Yeah.
So, Lyle, if the Kings win tonight, the Rangers win tomorrow, then we've got a week of no hockey.
Yeah.
And boy, will that make Twitter insufferable.
Is it June yet?
June yet? Yeah.
But as you said, it will definitely be the NHL's wet dream. The 2 biggest sports markets. They'll be just Raymond.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Which
all the fans all the celebrities that'll be at the games.
Oh man.
Oh God.
And their freshly printed jerseys they just bought.
Yes. Oh, look, he leads the league in hockey baskets. Go Lakers!
Here's my question: if that happens, how much are those tickets going to be for StubHub? Honestly,
you don't have a ticket, Oak?
Yeah.
Oh boy, it is now 4-3, LA Kings.
Uh-oh. Turn out the lights.
The party's over, as Slick would say. Tanner Pearson.
That 70s line.
Yep.
Doing it again. Boy, howdy. By the way, best line name we've had in a while. That 70s line.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
Yeah. That's all. That's all. Well, on that 70s line, and away we go. Lyle, we'll talk to you next week. We'll have Stanley Cup hockey. The finals will be on. It's
I
going to be
like
great.
the shirt too, Lyle.
Pardon me?
Shirt.
I like the shirt.
Yes.
Nice work.
Yeah, well, my wife got it for me when she bought a case of Bud. It came with the shirt. Came with the case of beer. So, well, I'm going to keep it though because in about 3 years' time, this will be a collector's item because Hockey Night in Canada, as we know it, will cease to exist. So.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, 4 years' time. 4 years' time at least.
Yeah, well,
4 years.
we all know that if Sportsnet will put up with that for about as long as they, then they'll be like, okay, thanks CBC, but we've changed our minds.
We're going to take the Strombolopolis.
They're going to say advantage burns, and
Yeah.
that'll be the end of that.
Well, it's going to be a fun time, that's for damn sure.
Did you say boo or boo earns?
I would say Boopolis.
George Snuffleupagus, yeah.
He was my favorite Muppet.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway. All right, Lyle. We'll talk to you next week there, boss.
Talk to you next week, guys. Have a good one.
Adios.
All right, see you.
Lyle.
Lyle Richardson, SpectresHockey.net, HockeyNews.com, and the PEI Guardian, Guardian Island, Guardian Eden. I don't know what that means.
Wow.
Let's go ahead and get to our shout-outs. Johnny P.
Shout out to the World Cup. It starts in less than a fortnight.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means. but
2 weeks.
I know it's close.
A night at Fort McHenry.
Yes, obviously.
Is it Fortnite 2 weeks or 20 days?
It's
I
2
think
weeks.
it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, all the British commentators kept talking about fortnights and whatnot. Yeah.
They could just be having fun at their hotels, just making pillow forts, too.
Could be.
We can't discount that.
It could be. I have a shout out to the Face Off Hockey Show bowling shirts.
Bowling!
I did not show pictures of what they're going to look like, but we will show pictures of what they do look like.
When we get them.
Yeah. And I have a shout out to Mark getting bowling shoes.
Yeah, bowling shoes, Mark.
He's joining the group.
About time.
So,
Only 8 months behind.
all
I am
of
just the
my
high
shout-outs.
bidder on the bowling shoes. I have
Yes,
not
he's-
won them yet.
For now, he's the high bidder.
Yes.
You're a high roller.
Yes.
The
Yes,
holy
indeed.
rollers.
Holy rollers, indeed. Here come the hot stepper, murderer. Anyway. Anything else, Johnny P?
No.
All right. Mark with a Z?
Shout out to the Orioles getting me this awesome ripcord bracelet.
What?
Yeah, it's a sweet bracelet there.
Was that the throwaway? Was that the throwaway? Was that the giveaway on the game that I didn't go to?
This was actually the giveaway on Sunday's game.
Which I didn't go to, but I have my ways of making sure they fall off a truck the day.
Damn it!
Yes.
Death became you, eh?
Yes. So ripcord bracelet, Orioles ripcord
That
bracelet.
thing is awesome.
Look at that little Oriole bird right there.
Perfect way
Yes.
to use it.
Other than that, shout out to Memorial Day weekend, which Canada hates.
We had ours a week before.
Yeah, shut up. I didn't mean that. You don't have to shut up. And that's I guess that's about it. I really got nothing else going on.
It's always good. Always good. Shout out to Orioles games. That was fun. That was a good time going back to the yard, watching some baseball. Extra baseball, no less. Shout out to my triumphant return to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual this week. That'll be fun. Haven't seen those kids in a while. And shout out to everyone who I saw on my Maryland trip. That was a fun trip. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this trip
Definitely
thoroughly.
a fun trip.
And not just because we won the title.
Woohoo!
That's,
We are the champions.
We are. Gotta find a place to put the banner. It's a heavy banner, so I have to find a place to mount it.
I'll show you where you can put it.
Just find a
Bend
stud.
over and I'll show you. What?
You have to find studs in order to put it up.
Here's the problem. I can't clone myself.
Oh.
The thing. It's the problem. But anyway, we'll figure that out, and I'll report to you next week. Or not. Sometime. I'll do something with that banner. Bend over and I'll show you. So, for Johnny P, Mark with a C, I'm Scotty Wallace. Take care of yourself and someone else. Has been Face Off Hockey Show on faceoffhockeyshow.com. That's also our Tumblr page, where all there's weird stuff is happening is there. Check us out on the Facebook FOHS Radio, where we have pictures uploaded by our own Johnny P of the said tournament. And check us out on the Twitter, FaceOffHCKY Show. But until next week, we'll have Stanley Cup hockey then. Till then, peace.
Bye-bye.